This is the Coming Home Podcast with John Allen. Yeah, welcome everybody to this first broadcast of Coming Home with John Allen. It's a radio thing now. It's a radio thing. And my guest today is Mr. Babek Nemati. Hi, Babek.
Hey, John. How you doing?
You know, I'm not even going to pretend like I don't know you. You're my brother. You're my friend. We've been on the stage together for stand-up comedy.
It's been amazing.
A lot of laughs, a lot of good times. But then all of a sudden, here comes this doggone pandemic, and I haven't seen you in over a year. It's been over a year.
It's been over a year. But if you think about it, it's kind of crazy because, we was totally a stranger before.
That's true.
Yeah. And
we found our way to brotherhood real quick.
Yeah.
And I have to say this in your favor. It was my first time ever doing stand-up. And you came, and right away you were so friendly to me. You wished me welcome. And I mean, what a start. That's how friendships begin. At you. That's how friendships begin.
Exactly.
Man. So
that's actually maybe a concept of time because you meet people through all your life, and strangers can become best friends as fast as best friends can become strangers.
And I think the best thing about friendship is when it's real, it stays alive. Even though there's time and distance. Like I said, I haven't seen you in over a year, but here you come. You just walked into my home, and it's like I just saw you yesterday.
It's good to be here, man. It's good to see you.
But you know what? A piece of advice that you gave me a while ago has been ringing in my head. I remember one time I had said something to you like, yeah, man, I've been meaning to call you. And then I was going to like maybe start making excuses, and you jumped in right away and you said, if you think it, then just do it.
Just do it.
And isn't it really that simple? It's really that simple.
It is just that simple. I mean, people when they want anything they want to do, I think is the concept is that when they start thinking of it, they start doubting it as well. I mean, or maybe they're pushing it the time and we do it later. We do it later.
Well, yeah, and I was talking with my wife Snoopy about this, about the difference between friendships between men and between women. Now she has a best friend, so to speak, her friend Lena, and they can go a long time without seeing each other, and everything is fine. But we were talking about how women can have a tendency to feel weirdness when they don't speak to their friends often enough. It becomes uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think guys, we're just like.
I mean, one of my closest friend. His name is Jasmine. I mean, this guy is like we are really close, and it can goes years maybe. We don't. Yeah. If it has happened before, maybe for 2 years we haven't seen each other. But when they meet, it's not like it's been a long time. I mean, but we are just clicking on.
I think. When the pandemic came and people were isolated and stuff, I kind of adjusted immediately, thinking, well, who knows how long this is going to be until things go back to normal socially, so I just need to accept.
You have to just accept
You just accept it, and again, if the friendship is real, if there's a true bond there, then everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
That's the thing.
So now you've been staying busy.
I like to keep myself busy. I mean, it's been difficult through the pandemic and everything, but I mean, there's always things to do.
But you have such a positive echo that you send out from yourself, even though things have been rough in the pandemic. And you work for yourself. You don't have a boss, so there's an extra challenge then because of that. But you have this thing about you. And it comes from, I don't even have to be around you to feel it. I just feel the positivity from you in everything you do. If you post something online, if we talk on the phone, where does that positive, you have a lot of reasons to be stressed and maybe a little bit bitter, but you're not.
I mean, the thing is that there are. I'm struggling as well. I have also my problems, and I have also my ups and downs.
But you carry it well.
I mean, it's been through the pandemic. Actually, it's been really hard. I've been struggling really hard. But one thing I have learned that if you just accept, accepting as they are.
Yeah.
I mean. It is what it is. I even got it tattooed on my front hand.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to look at it. Because the thing is that everything happen. It is what it is. I mean, if you can't do anything without it, then there isn't any problem. Or if you can do anything without it, there's also any.
It is what it is. That's a great way of tackling life and all the struggles with life. But that doesn't mean that you just accept the hardship. That means that you take it in and you start working with it.
Yeah, you have
working to turn it into something positive. And I think that's what you're an expert at doing. That's what it seems to be.
There's positivity in everything.
Sure,
I mean,
there is.
if you take a look at it, even your problems or your struggle, if you just give it a time, it will turn into a joke.
Well, I put it into using humor is one thing, but I put it also into a powerlifting context.
Okay. Yeah.
As a powerlifter, what is it that's going to make me bigger and stronger? Hardship, struggle.
Yeah, of course.
That burden, the weight on my shoulders is literally going to make me stronger. So I put that into life as well.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the hard times, the good times wouldn't matter.
Very well said. It's quite true.
Yeah, so I mean,
why can't everybody just agree with us?
That would be
case closed. Discussion over. Thanks for listening, everybody.
It's kind of funny that you say that because I've been lately I've been thinking about a bit around that why could everybody just think like me? Why could everybody? Yeah. And I mean, wow, that would be a boring world.
Well, it would be.
It would be really boring. I mean, if everybody was like, I mean, if somebody is totally different than me, even if he's annoying, I would be happy about it.
Well,
because,
I want the challenge of figuring out people. I like to observe and figure them out, and then in that process, I'm learning things. I'm building my social skills. I'm in a philosophical state of mind, and you won't get that if everybody's like. So maybe it's good that nobody's listening to us. Maybe it's good that we're all alone in these thoughts.
We're all, but it's good to have thoughts. It is. I mean. I saw you was posting on Facebook about how if you do any 10 minutes of meditation or something.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was so crazy because that hit me. I've been really into that lately.
And it doesn't have to be some kind of strange new age type of thing. It's really just a very simple process of taking time for yourself. Turn your phone off, stop looking at a screen. You don't even have to close your eyes, but if you just sit still for a moment and either feel your thoughts and feelings or don't feel both of those things are an act of meditation, either going deep into yourself or removing yourself from thought and emotion.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing this for a while, and it's really been great. It's been really actually. This is one of the reasons my thoughts about thinking about positivity and stuff like that been changed. That I mean. When you go to the gym, for example, you have to warm up your body before you get into the workout, and the mind is exactly the same way.
Absolutely.
I mean, the first thing I do each morning, it's really crazy. I mean, I just take 10 minutes, not more, just 10 minutes. Yeah. I can do it in my bed when I'm lying in bed, or I can just sit on. I just take it 10 minutes to prepare my brain and everything.
Get your brain ready, just like you would get your body ready for exercise. You're getting your mind ready. Your
mind to meet the day, to go through the day. Because in that way, I mean, it's like 5 minutes of those 10 minutes, I'm just thinking about through my day. Today, anything can happen. I can meet anyone. Anything can happen. Good thing, bad thing. And if your mind is prepared for this, then nothing can ruin your day.
Well, that's true. Because you'll come into whatever situation you come into, you'll come into it from a position of balance.
Yeah.
You've already calmed yourself. You've already prepared your mind for whatever you're going to meet.
I mean, that's and
makes life easier, doesn't it?
And one of the I mean, dumbest thing people do each morning is that the first thing they do. They go in here.
They go in that phone. They look at their calendar, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, this here is actually full of stress, and when the first thing you do each morning, go in here, and your mobile. I mean, your mobile will own you for the rest of the day.
There was a time, I'm talking about maybe 8-9 years ago, when I used social media quite differently from the way I use it today. And back then it was an element of stress in my life, frustration, sometimes anger. And it's like, I don't know what happened to where I started thinking differently, but I did start thinking differently in that, what is this? What is this crazy phone? Why is it controlling me so much? Why am I letting it control me so much? And then I totally changed. And now social media and my phone, it's a tool for entertainment. It's a tool for positive messaging.
Exactly,
and that's
but
a choice. That's a choice.
That's a choice.
You can get on Facebook and you can get pissed off and angry and bitter, or you can go on Facebook and you can laugh, you can learn things, you can hook up with some other people.
And that is one thing that comes about to preparing your mind, your body in the morning. I mean, it takes up to 15 minutes or maybe 30 minutes before I look at my phone each morning. The first thing,
that's a good start. To just leave that phone away, leave that phone alone for a while.
Take 10 minutes, 5 minutes. You can lie in your bed, just prepare your day. I mean, for just to think of an example. Let's say you wake up in the morning, you're already late to work, and then you start stressing and stuff like that, and then you come down to your car, and your car is flat. And that is the thing that most people, why always me? Why always me? But if you prepare that today, anything can happen. I mean, why always you? Because you got a wheel as everybody else. I mean,
well, and the thing is if you meet those challenges, if you walk out to your car, you're already 5 minutes late. You walk out to your car, you have a flat tire, and if you then blow up and explode and you get frustrated, you're probably going to show up at work with that same attitude.
Exactly.
Which is going to put negative vibes out there, which is going to make people treat you probably in the same way, which it just perpetuates the feeling. And all of a sudden you've got not just a bad moment, but you have a bad day.
Yeah, but the thing is that it is happened. I mean, what would help if you just stressed about it or be mad about it? It is what it is.
It is what it is. Back to the tattoo.
Yeah, but let's accept it for as it is and deal with it.
Well, it's a good way to live, and it keeps us young.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good
stress and staying so busy on negative things can put years onto your, take away years from your life, and you're going to die sooner, and you're going to die bitter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the way I want to go out.
No.
I die when I die, but I want to die happy. I want to die satisfied. I want to die in balance.
Yeah, I mean, and there we go again to this concept of time. I mean, I see that you just said I want to die happy. I don't want to die bitter and stuff like that. But most people don't think about that before until they're laying on the deathbed. They are on the end.
Yeah.
And that's coming fast. It comes so much faster than you think about it, because people are stressing about true life each day, running after stuff that is even it doesn't matter even. I mean, and they're stressing about it, and time goes, and most people, when they come to the end, and they would then they will look back, and I was like, man, I should be.
I just don't want that to happen.
No.
But that's not something I worry about, because I feel that I'm living properly. So
man,
that
you are happy all the time. You are positive. You're always happy. Every time. I mean, even if you're talking on a phone, the way you talk, it's you can see that you are smiling a big smile while you're talking. That's good.
No, that's just my approach to life, and like you said, I have my problems. I have stress. But I think it's all about in how you handle it. Everybody has these elements in their life, but how do you handle it? I don't want to be laying in my deathbed and then I'm calling family and friends to me so that I can apologize to them for things. I want things to be cleared up. I don't want to be laying there at the end of my life and thinking that I should have done this, that, and the other. I want to do it now.
Yeah. You have to do it now. I mean, listen, this. For about, it's about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was talking with a friend of mine, and he was like kind of down and had lots of problem, and he was complaining about it, and I was like, man, come on, man up, don't and you know what he said? Then he turned to me and said, it's easy for you to say you have no problems, and that hit me really hard. I mean, I was like, just because I'm not complaining or just because I am positive and happy all the time, it doesn't mean I don't have any problems.
Right.
I mean, I have my struggles as well as everybody else.
Sure. But again, it's how do you handle this?
It's how you handle
That's
it.
the key right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you handle it. I mean, complaining about it or being negative about it, it won't help. It just actually make it worse.
Yeah. It does, because it just puts you in that spiral where you just keep going around and around in a circle, dealing with the same problem in the same way, and there's no progress.
There's no progress. I mean, and that is the thing. I think most people should change their mindset around that. I mean,
we'd be a happier society.
Yeah, it would be. I believe so.
I think, when I look at the things that politicians do and just some of the bad things that people do in general to other people, I don't think it is a conscious will that they want to hurt people, but I think it happens because they're so dissatisfied with their self, they need an outlet.
And I think today's trend, it's like it's cool to be negative, actually. You know what I mean?
That I was just talking with somebody about that yesterday, my friend and brother, Inia James. I was talking about how it seems that society, and this maybe started to come into full effect 4 or 5 years ago, society, at least Western society, or at least Norwegian society and American society, there's this larger and larger element of people who do think it is cool to be an asshole.
I mean, it's crazy. It's
when did that happen? I mean, why? I think, and I don't want to get into a political discussion, but I do believe that the Donald Trump administration and the way he was, and he had so many people following his cult of personality, he made people think it was cool to be a jerk. They call it being not being politically correct. I just call it being a jerk. And people think it's cool. They think it's funny. They think it should be acceptable to hurt people.
And that is crazy. I mean,
that's not a positive thing for us.
That is stupid. But I mean, I think it's because how the society is built today. A thing about society, all the social media and stuff.
Are we selfish?
Huh?
Are we selfish? Do we just think of ourselves and we want that immediate satisfaction of pressing someone lower than us?
I mean,
does that where the mean?
I don't
is that
think
where the anger comes and hurting people? Is that where?
I don't think it's anything to do with being selfish, because being selfish is actually a positive thing. It's a good thing in a way.
You have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
have to. It's not about that, but it's. I mean, I think they do it to make themselves feel better.
Well, and there's that negative selfillishness that I'm thinking they
negative
have.
selfishness.
They're just thinking of themselves at the expense of others.
At the expense of others.
Yeah.
I mean, that is and maybe to make themselves more cool or popular or whatever you.
I want to ask you something. You're a very good conversationalist. I mean, here we are. We're talking about some deep things.
Yeah.
How often do you have these kind of conversations? And the reason why I ask is because kind of going back to the way society has developed, there's also this new trend where men are supposed to be, pound your chest and be hard and don't show your feelings and don't talk about how you're struggling with things. Be tough. Be a man.
I mean, that's stupid.
I think it's very stupid.
It's very stupid.
But how often do you have these kind of conversations with your friends and colleagues?
I mean,
it's important to talk, isn't it?
It is important to talk. I mean, I love to talk about it. I mean, if people want to, but sometimes I feel like I can't get the message out. They don't understand me. It's like I
know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because not everybody. How do I say it? I'm a proponent. I'm a believer in conversation.
Yeah.
But not everybody is there. But I think it goes back to what people are struggling with personally.
Yeah.
Some people close down the opportunity for conversation because they're afraid you're going to expose a character flaw or a weakness that they have.
Yeah, it's like the light is on, but
especially
nobody's
men.
on.
Especially men.
Especially men. Yeah.
Men will just turn that whole part of themselves off.
Turn everything off.
Yeah.
And that is dangerous because it can just build inside you and it will explode at the end. It's important to talk. I mean to talk with anything. Yeah, but I think most people they are afraid of judgment of others people.
I think so.
And they are. I mean,
but you're fearless.
You got it
when it comes to that, anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
you know how I see your fearlessness when you're performing your stand-up.
I mean,
you are so comfortable in front of people. You say, comedy is comedy, and there's a certain unserious element to stand-up comedy. But you also put yourself, you put your comedy out there to where you have to have a serious perspective to understand it.
I mean, I mean,
there's so much confidence in you when you're doing that.
The thing is that when I'm doing that, I'm the one doing it.
Yeah.
And if the audience sitting there and they are like think negative on me or something like that, okay, before you judge me, come and do it yourself.
Do you ever feel like you've said anything on the microphone that you shouldn't have said?
No, actually, I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. It's like I mean,
you've never looked out in the crowd and seen maybe a shocked look on a middle-aged woman's face if you said something that was maybe slightly towards something sexual.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
But see, that's what I'm talking about, where you have this fearlessness. You're going to say what you're going to say, and it's not that you don't care. It's not like you're trying to hurt people.
No.
You just don't. You're just not going to hold back. You're going to.
I'm not going to hold back. I'm saying and. I mean, what other people think or what it's got nothing to do with me. It's not
their thoughts. That's their
feelings. It's not none of my business, you know, if they like me or and that is the problem with the most I say most people today, because they are too busy wasting their time on what other people think, and that is dangerous, because time, like I said, time goes fast, and
I think people in general worry too much about what others think. But I think a lot of entertainers, actors, actresses, stand-up comedians, if they would kind of let go of that concern about what other people think, I think their art they would be able to express their art a little bit better.
Yeah.
The worst kind of entertainer you can be is a type of entertainer that doesn't have their own satisfaction first. You have to, let's go back to that word selfish. You have to be a little selfish as an entertainer. You have to make yourself happy with your artwork.
Yeah. I mean, you got to.
You have to think you're funny. You have to think you're funny before you can be funny for someone else.
It has happened. I've been on stage and I'm going to start. I'm going to tell a joke or something. In my head, it was much more funnier. It is like that. It has happened.
Sure,
of course,
sure. You see that they don't have the reaction that you expect.
Yeah. But okay.
But you just move on. You just march on.
You just move on. It is what it is, yeah.
But you're probably like me, or what I do anyways. I'll go back. I'll remember that. Oh, wow, they didn't have the reaction I wanted. And I'll go back and I'll try to rework that bit in my routine and just make it better.
Yeah.
You study your stand-up, don't you? You're constantly developing it, right?
Yeah, you have. But to be honest, since the pandemic started, I haven't actually been doing any stand-up. But I'm gonna get back into it, because I love it. I love to entertain people. And the one thing is that when I think of other people, I mean, like you said, most people are afraid of what other people think of them.
Yeah.
But when we put it in a reverse, when I think something of other people, I'm actually happy about it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a negative thought or if it's a positive thought, because I'm happy that we are different. I mean, I'm happy that we have all different. I mean, the world it wouldn't be so much fun. It would be really boring. Like I said,
it's the spice of life.
It's a spice.
It's spicier when there's difference.
Exactly,
you know?
and I mean, you can have your thought. You can do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anybody. As long as you are not insulting anybody or something. Okay, that's your thought. I respect that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not agree with you, but I respect your thought.
So the pandemic comes, people are isolated. I haven't done any stand-up either. But you've been very active on TikTok. Your TikTok is rocking, man.
Yeah, man. I've been. It's been kind of fun, because it's strange, because when the pandemic started and I couldn't do any stand-up anymore and stuff like that, and I saw this TikTok and I said, okay, let's open an account there and just start to talk with people.
Yeah.
And I saw this slide with Gary V. You know Gary V?
Gary V.
Yeah. I love this guy. And he was like, just turn the camera on and say some positive shit and stuff like that. And I started, and it just blew up. But I see that I've been seeing even on TikTok. I mean, there is a lot of hate going on there.
Is there really?
Yeah,
I haven't noticed that.
It is.
that I'm not that active on TikTok.
No, but it is. It is.
Really?
I mean, if you sometimes read the comments around, that is the. I mean, TikTok would be much more bigger. I mean, now I'm talking about for grown people, because there are a lot of young people on TikTok, but
it's mostly young people.
But it's getting more and more adult people as well, and that is good because it's like when you're raising your child. I mean, if you don't involve yourself into that,
there's going to be chaos.
Yeah. So TikTok has been really good. I mean, it's a great platform. It's growing, and
did you ever imagine
one of the thing that really make me happy about TikTok? It's the messages I've got. I mean, there are so many. I mean, there was this girl. She just wrote to me. She took her time, and she was like, I want to say I'm one of your fans and stuff like that. And said it's been really hard. 4 weeks for me now. She lost her grandfather, and they were very close. And she was like, I'm going through really hard time, but each day I just turn on my phone and I see your post. That make me smile again.
That's beautiful,
and that is good. That's good to me.
That must make you feel good.
I mean, if there is 10,000 people who don't like my TikTok, and if there's one person that I hit,
then you win.
Then I win.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, mission, and that is a good thing.
Did you ever think your TikTok would get this big?
No.
You kind of said you started off just for something new to do because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, I love trying new things. That's keeping me on.
When did you realize that it was something that because if I understood you correctly, when we spoke briefly before, you're taking your TikTok to another level.
So
when did you figure out that this is something you really want to focus on? This is something you want to try and build?
It's just actually it's not so long ago, because until now it's been just for fun. It's been just for fun to make people smile, and like I said, if I can spread some positive vibes out there and stuff like that, that's good. But now when I just around, I mean, a few months ago, I was thinking, okay, maybe I can take it to another level.
A lot of people are monetizing it. A lot of people are turning it into a business. A lot of people are, they're still having fun, but they're turning it into a career of sorts, or a source of income.
Yeah, I mean, there is a possibility there, but at the same time, I mean, you got to be a little bit careful, because when you focus too much on that direction,
the fun goes away.
And because then, I mean,
but that won't happen for you. You're going to find the fun no matter what.
People like to see things as they are. People like to see to be to think to be original. That you're not trying too much, or you.
Well, that's what's so good about your TikTok. It doesn't look scripted. It doesn't look thought out, and yet it is very effective. Yeah. It looks like 5 seconds before you turned it on, you came up with the idea, and you're like, let me hurry up and get it. It just seems so spontaneous.
I mean, that is when it is the best.
Yeah.
That
too much thought can mess up the humor,
you have
comedy.
To delete and make it all over again. Okay, maybe I just had to, and suddenly you've been spending 3 hours on one TikTok.
On a 15-second TikTok.
Yeah, I see people doing that, and I was like, oh my God, it's only. Yeah.
Some people, there's higher levels of production and lower levels of production in TikTok, but I think the production level doesn't matter. It's just the content itself. What is the message that you're trying to put out there? And the messages you're putting out there, they're funny, but they seem to be based in real life issues. You're putting humor on it, but you're making people think at the same time.
That's my message.
I call it undercover preaching.
Yeah,
you're preaching to them, but you're not letting them know they're being preached to, because you're covering it in humor, and it just magnifies your message.
Yeah? I mean,
it's well done, very well done.
You don't need to take life so seriously sometimes.
Right,
you just have to live it. It is.
Smiling through problems always makes the problems easier.
Yeah. And if you just have fun while you do anything, you're just having fun, just doing it, and that's life. Life is about having fun, actually.
Could you ever imagine yourself having a podcast or a radio show or something like that? Because again, back to your power of conversation, you're such a good conversationalist.
Thanks, man. Really. I mean, I've been thinking about it. But it's about how much time you have.
Time.
That is the thing too. I would love to do it.
All your kids are grown, right?
Yeah, my kids are grown. They are.
So that kind of frees up a little bit of time, but but you're still you're out there. You've got to keep your business and all that going.
Yeah, and
time can get away from you.
Like I said, I've been going through some hard stuff that I'm building up, and my business and stuff like that. So that is the I have to. I mean, for a couple of years ago, I was like, I had so many things I want to do, and I started to do them, all of them. But when you have many concepts, many things to do, and you start doing all of them, none of them will get finished.
Right.
And that is...
I'm a victim of that.
Yeah.
I think I start too many things and they just don't get done.
So many things, and none of them, all of them will end up doing halfway.
Well, but what I find is that the true projects, the projects that can really be something, I do stick with them. Yeah. Here I am, I'm on the microphone, I got my radio show, I got my podcast,
And your podcast blew up. I remember when you started it.
Oh gosh,
I remember.
It was you were my first.
I was your
very
first
guest.
Yeah, I was your
remember
first.
The sound was terrible. I didn't know what I was doing with the technology, and it was horrible sound and just. Yeah.
But the one thing, you did it.
But I did it.
That is the thing. You want to do it, and you did it, and you just kept going. I mean, how many episodes was it? I mean, I saw it on that thing. It was up to 100.
I think I have 154 episodes.
I mean, just think about it. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, 18 months. Roughly 18 months and 154 episodes.
It started with an idea.
Yeah.
It started with an idea.
Well, again, for me anyway, I start a lot of different things, but the ones that I truly am burning for, the ones that really have lit that fire in my soul, I stick with it and I see it through.
Yeah.
And it's about inspiration. You can be inspired about a lot of different things, but that true that true inspiration, it just does something to you to where you see it through. And and here we are. Here we are.
I mean, if you want to do something, just go out there and do it.
You said that.
Yeah, go do it. Don't think about what other people think. Fuck. I mean, okay, can we say fuck here? Fuck.
Let's say
fuck what other people said.
Yeah.
I mean, what they think. I mean, people got always something to say. If you're doing good, they will something to say. If you're doing bad, they have always something to say. So don't listen to what people think. The right people will follow you. They will laugh at you.
I tell you, I do a lot of self-analyzing. I look inward a lot, and I'm constantly evaluating myself. And the one piece of my character that I'm most proud of is that piece of my character that says, "Don't worry so much about what people think."
Yeah.
It saves you from a lot of hurt feelings. It saves you from a lot of wasted time.
A lot of wasted time.
Because if I listen too much to what people think, I wouldn't be on this microphone. I've gotten a lot of criticism for some of the things I've said.
Yeah.
But I've gotten a lot of praise too, and it's a conscious thought to choose to appreciate the praise and walk away from the negative criticism. I'll take criticism if it's formulated in a positive way to try to lift me forward. That I appreciate.
Yeah.
But if it's people just talking shit, being mean, I'm glad that I have the maturity to walk away from that.
Yeah, I mean, what is that? I mean, that's just think about the person who is putting out the negative vibes. I mean, just think about his life. Yeah. I mean, what kind of life do you must have? You just take your time. And you just take your time to spread some negative comments,
Well, yeah. Again, we were talking about what happened with society to where people think it's cool to be mean to others, and some people make it their number one pastime, which is to criticize others. You see them online.
Yeah, exactly.
I get.
It's cool to be negative.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I just don't understand that. When you use so much time to be negative towards others, some of that is going to reflect back on you. So you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, of course.
People may think it's fun or funny or whatever, but they're hurting themselves. You're going to get the reflection right back on you.
I think it's a way to make themselves feel good. I mean,
I think so. They're suffering themselves.
They are suffering themselves. Yeah. And by being negative or by being hurting other people, it's make themselves good, and that's sad. That's sad.
How much thought or how much engagement do you have when it comes to political issues?
Oh man, I'm not into political at all. I don't. It's really just what's totally blank there.
So you don't have any. You don't have any deep thoughts or deep opinions about politics here in Norway or politics back home in Iran?
I mean, politic and religion. Actually, those two things are the root of all evil in the world. I believe that. I think that because it's all about power and money and stuff like that. So
I think you're right when it comes to politics, and I think to a certain extent you're correct when it comes to religion. But I would say religion in itself is a good thing, but it's the people who consciously twist it to their own usage to where it hurts people. That's where I think the problem is. It's the people themselves.
If you're trying to put your religion on other people, that is the problem.
That's a big problem. Yeah, that
is the big problem, and that is. I mean, I respect all of kind of religion. I respect them, as long as they respect me and my thought as well. I mean, as long as nobody's pushing their religion on me.
Yeah, I think it's sad that people do that. I think it's sad that people use religion for evil purposes, because the concept of all religions is peace and love and acceptance. That is at the root of all religions.
Yeah.
But it's the people.
It's a people
who then use it for their own purposes.
Let me put an example of it. Let me put an example, because I mean, just an example. I've been, for example, on my TikTok, it's been growing. Sometimes there come comments there. Are you a Muslim? I mean,
the first thought is probably, why is that important?
Why is that? I mean, the only reason the person is interested in that is to decide if he likes me or not, and
they want to put you in or out of a box.
That's crazy.
That's not right. It's quite back to selfish. That's very selfish of them, because they're doing that for their own purposes.
And that's crazy. That is. I mean, the only reason you are interested to know other people's religion is to judge them,
to use it against them, or to judge them.
Yeah, so that's not good.
Now, I think people who have a foundation in religion, most of them are good, but it's the crazy fundamentalists, and this is whether you're Muslim, Christian, Jewish, whatever. It's the fundamentalists who try to judge people, who try to force it on people, that give religion a bad name. And unfortunately, those are the people who talk the loudest. Unfortunately, those are the people that cause the biggest waves in society.
Yeah. Like I always said, religion, God, that's not the problem. The fan club is.
The fan club, yeah. No, but you're right. That's very well said. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
So you have to go through this life, and people are different. And
again, it's good that people are different.
It's good. It's good. I love it.
I think that here I am, an American living in Norway.
Yeah.
And if I fell into that classic American dogma where I felt that because I'm American, I'm the best.
Yeah.
USA.
Yeah.
That's going to put me in such a negative starting point that's going to affect my entire existence here in Norway.
Yeah.
And then you can have the same way of thinking when it comes to religion. If I am a Christian, or I'm a Christian, if I was the kind of Christian who looked at Muslims or anyone who could be a Muslim and immediately I considered them less than me, I'm putting myself in such a negative starting point for any relations that I'm going to have with that person. And it blows my mind, and I'm not trying to preach, I'm not trying to say I know more than others, but I truly cannot understand why people put themselves in such a negative starting point when it comes to relating to other people.
Me neither. I mean, I have never...
You and I joked about it. I'm from the US.
Yeah, you're from the US, I'm from Iran.
I tell you, and one of the most beautiful experience. This is kind of. I was going to say something else, but this is kind of related to it. And it's just a beautiful memory that I had. For those of you who are listening, one of my greatest experiences as a stand-up comic was when you, Babek, asked me to open for you when you had your hour-long special. And one of the most beautiful experiences was to look out there and see this sea of brown-skinned Persians and other foreigners. And at the same time as it gave me chills to see all those wonderful people, I also saw an opportunity to play with our differences.
Yeah,
I'm an American. A lot of them were Persian and from other Middle East. And what did I do? I attacked them.
You attacked them. Yeah, I saw that.
But they saw but it was all from.
They saw the irony in it. Yeah.
Well, they saw the irony in it, and they saw that it came from a place of love.
Yes.
I don't hate them. I'm going to diffuse the issue by putting some humor on it. That was one of my most fun and one of my most inspiring improvising. How do I say that? Improvisational moments on the microphone for stand-up. I just saw that opportunity. I think I said something about. I told the guy can you turn the lights down? There's too much of a reflection from all the grease in there. And the gold chains, or something like. And that was my test to see, do these people love me as much as I love them? And the place fell apart.
It was good.
I felt so good.
We had fun that night. It was
a
great.
lot of, and I still thank you for giving me that opportunity.
I thank you to be there.
But my point is that you can't take these differences. This goes back to what we were saying about the differences in people.
Yeah.
You can't take the differences that you have with others so seriously.
And
it's a moment of curiosity. It's something that can be explored, and I found the opportunity to play with it, to joke about it. You can have a lot of beautiful moments,
and that's when you can turn the negative into positive.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's the.
Not that there was anything negative that night.
No,
it was beautiful. You got a lot of good friends, man.
It was. I mean, the thing I'm saying about the negative to positive. I mean, that was the negative part. That
it could have been negative. Yeah.
That's the negative part, is that there are so much. I mean, buzz around this American Iran, and
because at that time there's a lot. I mean, there's been consistently conflict politically between America and Iran, but at that time people were talking like it was like, two steps away from war and stuff. And I don't know, it just felt good to joke about.
Did you hear what you said politically? And that's what
it is. It's politics. It's not the people.
It's not the people. It's the politician, and that can get dangerous sometimes because I mean people are listening to news. I mean,
and they live their lives in Fox News or in CNN or in these other crazy news networks. They live through that.
Can I tell you something? I haven't been watching television for 4 years. Nothing.
4 years.
4 years. Wow. I can't remember last time I saw news on television or something like that. I haven't.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't. I just put it away.
It happens.
It happens.
You're one of them. I'm going to try and change your mind.
But it's been great.
I'm going to tell you something off the air. There's a little. I'm going to give people a teaser. There's a little TV thing that I'm going to be involved in.
Okay.
I'll tell you when we get off the air. But I'm going to try and change your mind about watching TV.
No, but I haven't been watching TV at all.
Well, your friend and brother John is going to be on a TV.
All right, then.
So I'm going to try and get you to watch TV.
Maybe I see a clip on social media.
Maybe that.
It will be there too.
Yeah, but you know what? That's actually very healthy to not watch TV, especially news.
Yeah.
Now, because of my podcast, which sometimes I jump into different social and political things, I have to keep up with the news.
Of course. Yeah, I know.
But what I find is, if you're going to keep up with the news, that can be a good thing as long as you have several news sources.
Yeah.
But when you look at Fox News like it's a religion, when you look at CNN like it's a religion, that's you have to have more variation. You have to have more viewpoints.
Yeah.
You can't look at just the right side or just the left side of politics.
No.
You're going to lose. You're going to become a robot.
Yeah.
You're going to become a non-thinking robot.
That is dangerous.
And that's very dangerous. But there's a lot of people that are in that situation. It's sad.
It's sad.
I wonder if that's the root of a lot of the issues, the problems that we have, is people are just too rigid in their political views.
Exactly.
Yeah?
They are.
And political views can be important, but we can live our lives without having any political views at all. It's quite possible.
It's quite possible, but I believe that the concept of it in news and stuff like that, most of it, it's they are what you call it, programming your mind, people's mind.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. They're turning them into robots who think exactly what they want them to think.
You get programmed.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's crazy. And the other thing is that it's a lot of waste of time. You're watching TV,
It is a lot of wasted time. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I can have moments where I do watch a lot of TV, and I got to tell you, every time I do that, I feel guilty because I could have been producing a new podcast episode. I could have been reaching out to new guests for my radio program. I could have been writing new music or something, or fixing up my stand-up routine, instead of watching some crazy stupid show that's not going to do anything for me on TV.
That's a waste of time. I mean,
it is. It really is.
It is really a waste of time, and I haven't missed it at all. I mean, okay, before I go to sleep, maybe I can watch a series on Netflix on my computer and stuff like that. That I do, but it's not.
How about films?
Yeah,
you can sit and watch a film, or go to a theater and.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, it's a good film. I do
because there's something social about that. If you're sitting, you're sitting with your wife, girlfriend, or just friends and watching
let's watch
a good
movie. Yeah, and that's okay. That's good.
Do you have a love life right now?
No, the only love life I have is for myself.
Hey, there you go.
No, I haven't. Last time I was here, I told you I was in love. I was really.
That's right. That's why I asked.
But it went.
Wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't to be. It wasn't. And
did you at least save a friendship out of it, or?
Yeah, I mean, we were going in totally different direction, and when I saw that's happening, I mean, that's better.
It's time to stop.
That's time to stop and
save your feelings and hers.
And I'm not stressing about it. I'm happy being by myself right now, and
well, that comes with maturity. We're not little teenagers who have to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend all the time, or we're grown up.
You have to enjoy yourself. It was this girl. She asked me, "Do you believe in love?" And I thought about that question, and I said,
it's a deep question.
And I thought about it, and I think it's a deep question, but actually it is not. It's not a deep question, and it's a really simple question, because when people ask, "Do you believe in love?" The first thing people are thinking in their mind is relationship, romantically, not the real meaning of love. I mean, do I believe in love? Yeah, love. I love myself. I love my family. I love what I do. I love my kids. I mean, that is the concept.
Love.
Yeah, that is love. And so, do I believe in love? Yeah, I believe in love. Right. But love. It got unfortunately it has got a different judgment, because when people ask, "Do you believe in love?" the first thing they think about is
relationship.
And love is not about that.
You know, it's not. I'm married. I've been married for 20
Yes, great.
years.
I know. Wow.
Yeah, oh, she's the best.
Yeah, it's so good.
In fact, my studio looks the way it does because of her.
Yeah,
I couldn't lift the thing because of my arm. She fixed all of this up and arranged.
I love each time you talk about it. I mean, I see you smiling, and the thing is that you have those friendship to each other as well.
That's what I was going to get at. I have that love that a husband has for a wife, but I also have another love that's the friendship side of things, the companion side of things. I don't want to hang out with anybody before her. Exactly. When I get free time to hang out, I want it to be with her.
That is love.
And that's a different kind of love than that basic, classic love that married couples have, because some married couples don't have the friendship love, the companionship love.
They don't have, and I believe the problem today is, people are fake. And by fake, by fake, I mean, when people meet each other, when they start dating, they are totally fake, because they are showing the best of themselves all the time, and the relationships start with fakeness. You know what I mean?
And I think that is the key to my longevity with Snoopy, my wife, because when we first met, we met joking.
Yeah.
and being yourself, being totally ridiculous, and throwing attitude at each other.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how we met. So we met with our guard down.
Yeah.
We met. There was no covers. We saw who the other person was.
That's
and when you can do it like that, when you can start off like that, you're going to last a while. Because sadly, people don't stay in relationships very long.
No, I mean, just imagine. Just imagine. It was.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me interrupt. I shouldn't say sadly. Because it's not sad. It's not good or bad. But it is a fact that people are staying in marriages and long-term relationships shorter than what they used to. Yeah, that's a fact.
Just think about it. Even if it started as a fake, like I said, because if if people could treat each other
Yeah.
the way they do for the first 6 months all the time,
Yes, yeah.
that would be a perfect relationship. But sadly, it's like I said, it starts really good because of the fakeness, because they want to show the best part. They want to, and the thing is that we fake to get people's love, and when
I think it's insecurity.
Yeah, it's
We're
insecurity.
not secure about ourselves, so we have to put up a front.
Yeah,
to cover a flaw or weakness, something that embarrasses us. So we have to put up a cover.
Yeah.
We have to act differently than what we really are. It's insecurity.
It
comes back to the individual.
It's insecurity, and that is. But like I said, when it comes to love, I don't stress. I just take my time. It happened. It don't happen. I mean,
You got a tattoo saying it is what it is.
It is
man.
what it is.
That's the way you're going to live
is,
life. But isn't that again? I just think that's a perfect way to look at life. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And then you could maybe put in parentheses. Now, what are you going to do?
Now,
because isn't it a matter of evaluating your situation, and then you realize, okay, this is my situation.
This is my situation.
And now, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah. And just do it.
And just do it.
Yeah. So that is, I mean, live your life, be happy the way you want to be. It is what it is.
Listen, I wanna say thank you, Babek. Time just flew away.
Yeah.
If this was a regular podcast episode and not a part of my radio show, man, we'd be talking for another hour. But I have to cut things short. But I want to thank you for coming on, and I get literally chills and I get emotional when I think of this, man. You are one of the most beautiful people I know.
Thank you, man. Right back at you.
Thank you.
Right,
You're such a kind-hearted
energy.
soul. You're so much fun. I haven't seen you in over a year, but it felt like it was yesterday. And you really warm my house. You warm my home.
It's really
when
good
you
to
walk
be here.
through the door.
It's such a good energy each time I come here around you. It's
nothing but
amazing.
love, brother. Nothing but love.
And to people who are listening, like John said, you like conversation. I love conversation. So if you want to talk with anything, and just contact me. I'm on Instagram, on Facebook. You find me, babek nemati. So
that's BABEKNEMATI, babek nemati.
Let's get in touch. I mean, you never know. Maybe you can get something big out of it.
You know, for those of you who are listening, Babek is a go-getter. He's a great guy. He's got a great business sense. Look him up. You never know what will happen. At the very least, you'll have a good conversation with a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I like connecting with people.
There you go. Babek Nemati, everybody. Thank you all for listening to this first broadcast of Coming Home with John Allen. Thank you all so much for your support. If you want to contact me, you can get me at www.johnallenpod.com. That's JOHNALLANPOD.com. You can also send me an email if you have any suggestions, questions, or comments. Send me an email at john@JohnAllenPod. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Be well.
Boom.
And one more little promo thing. And coming up next, I'm going to boom. There we go.
There we go, man. It was fun. Always fun to be here.